Buick GMC in Lafayette. And I'm Sorrentine for All Sheet Meteorologist Patrick Moore.
Radio 92.7.
Listen to that. That's the sound of power and the call of the open road. That's the sound of the newly designed 2019 Indian Chieftain Limited. Yeah, Indian. It's more than a bike. It's an experience and an American icon. The place to find it, Indian Motorcycle of Chattanooga, along with their entire new 2019 line. The open road is calling. Answer the call. Go to Indian Motorcycle of Chattanooga. Just look for the sign on 153 and Nicola. Indian Motorcycle, the true American original.
Join We've Got You Covered with Scott Schrader every Saturday from 10 to 11 on Nooga Radio. From finance to fixtures, we discuss everything you need to know about buying or owning a home, the pitfalls, the perks, and everything in between. Saturday mornings, 10 to 11. Right here on Nooga Radio.
If you want to discover the real hope for your life through inspirational music, relevant messages, and testimonies from others who have already found hope, then we encourage you to visit the second annual My Hope Conference, October 7th through 9th at Hickson First Baptist Church. Free admission and childcare is provided for kids up to pre-K, while those in kindergarten through 5th grade will attend the Kids Hope Rally. For more info, visit myhopeconference.com or call Hickson First Baptist Church at 423-877-2467.
92.7 Nooga Radio.
Beautiful Monday. And if you got out of the bed this morning, that means you're doing great. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. So consider it a blessing that you are here. It's another day to make your dreams come true. It's another day to fight back against injustice. It's another day to make it a win, take a L and turn it into a W. And I'm always excited, not only to be on the radio, but when I get to come into the studio and I'm not by myself. Why? Because everybody can't come up here. Everybody can't come up here, but it's a takeover. And it's even better when it's family that's here. Oh, man, when it's family that's here.
Absolutely.
I have my cousin. Yes, that's right. Blood. Now, this is the South. You have to quantify when you say cousin, because everybody can be cousin, but this is blood cousin, my cousin Ray. And one of her business partners, Miss Aisha.
Yes.
I am so elated that these beautiful young ladies decided to come onto the show today and talk. We're chopping it up today about entrepreneurship, the highs and lows of what it takes to build not only a business, but a brand. And it's super exciting not to just have people here, but to have two millennials here.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, man. Before we get started, y'all know what it is. Marie Mott with the Marie Mott Show. Call-in number is always the same, 800-8949. If you guys want to chop it up with us, y'all know I'm streaming live on Facebook, Nooga Radio 92.7 FM page, as well as my personal. If you can't call in, drop a comment, interact with us, let us know that you're watching. Oh, man. So introduce yourself, ladies.
Hello, good morning. I'm Ray Harper, salon owner of Ombre Ray Hair Company.
And I'm Aisha Williams, makeup artist, esthetician at Ombre Ray Hair Company.
Man, Ombre Ray. Oh, man.
What's going on?
So, Ray, people definitely look at you now and see the beautiful shop that you have on Brainerd Road. Drop the location for those.
The location is 4617 Brainerd Road. It's Suite A, right next to Ann's Nails and Boost Mobile. Brainerd Road, 4617.
That's right. So it's a beautiful shop on Brainerd Road. You know, people see the shop, they see where you're at. Aisha, people see, you're popping with makeup, you're popping with, your esthetician services. But what people may not have seen, what people may not know is the journey of how you started, what it took to get to where you are,
Yes.
and some of the things required not only to be in business or to build a brand, but that behind the scenes work often that people don't see. And that's really what I wanted to talk about as a way of really encouraging not just other millennials, but just people in general to take it up a notch.
Yeah.
And maybe just see what it really takes
to
build a brand.
It's definitely a journey. I will say that. A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. You have to have faith of a mustard seed, literally.
Exactly. So I want to actually start out the show with a quote.
Okay.
That way we can just stem from there. This is my quote for the week, and I just want everyone to listen and take this in and just kind of think about how this relates in your life. It says, "Remember, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Be patient. Be humble. Keep moving forward and know that all this hard work you're putting in and day out will produce the results you've been looking for. Your time is coming. Do not give up."
Yes.
Who's that by?
It actually does not say. I got it off the good quote. It's a page on Instagram, and they always post like really inspirational quotes and stuff. But that one really stuck with me this week because that's just how everything starts. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. You have to work hard in between time to get to where, to your ultimate goal.
Absolutely.
There are steps you have to take.
Absolutely. How did you guys, and either one of you can jump in whenever you want, but how did you guys get started? So for Ray, like what made you decide that doing hair was something that you not only wanted to do, but then what took you to wanting to work for yourself? And the same for you, Aisha, like how did you get into makeup, and then what made you decide that was a career path for you?
Let's start.
I would just start by saying my whole passion for it was when I was, in middle school, just experimenting. I never really wanted to be a makeup artist. That was never my whole goal. I never wanted to deal with like skincare or anything. My whole thing was modeling. So that was what I wanted to do, that I knew that I wanted to be when I got older. My passion for it began when I was in middle school, and me and my friend were playing in makeup, and she actually left her makeup at my house. From there on, my mom, like I would wear it and my mom would tell me like to take it off, and like I'll take it off, but I would still wear it, So eventually she got tired of, telling me, no. And I think she even knew that, that's what I wanted to do, because it's like you couldn't stop me from doing it.
Didn't you sneak and do your makeup at school?
I used to sneak and do my makeup at school and then before I get home, take it off. But like eventually I got tired and I just kept wearing it, and it just grew from there, as I got older. And when I got to high school, it just grew. And I would come to school with my makeup done, and they'd be like, who did your makeup? And I'd be like, I did. And then some of my friends will ask me like, can you do my makeup? And I'm like, sure. And so one day my best friend was like, you should start charging people and, just make money off of that. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Because people do this for a living. Like sometimes as makeup artists, you feel like you are on the back burner because, in the beauty industry, they don't look for makeup artists and hairstylists first. They don't, we're the last people to get chosen. So, the fact that she told me I should start charging people and start taking it serious was really important to me. So I did that. And once I did that, it just grew from there, honestly. And then I met Ray at Bare Minerals in 2014 when my senior year. And we just connected from there, and we stuck together really. Like she was a lot of inspiration to me. Like she had a lot of great business ideas, business tips, and from there on it was just when we met, every small opportunity it was to like have a to do makeup or to be in an event, I would always invite her, because everyone doesn't have that passion, that drive, and to her it just came natural, and I seen it. So it was always easy to get her on board and stuff. But I feel like when you want something so bad too, you don't even think about it. It just it comes natural. It comes natural.
There's no force.
Well, Ray, how did you get into How did you start this?
How did I start it? Okay, so I'll talk about my failure first. That's how everything starts out, with failure. It doesn't start at the top. It doesn't start by someone giving you this, and that. I hate to get real emotional, but I just want to be passionate and let y'all know where I'm coming from. Last night I had a talk with my grandparents, and I was just thanking them that I had them in my life. They didn't just always hand me everything. You know, as children, as parents just hand kids things, and they take it for granted later in life. They had everything when they was young, so when they get into adulthood, it's like, no, they don't know how to hustle and get it themselves. And so what my grandparents did was they installed things in me mentally that I could use when I was an adult. They didn't give me things, hand me things, you know, that I would take for granted. And I just appreciate them for that. And so it started around the same time where I met Aisha. I was in cosmetology school. After I had been fired from jobs, laid off from job to job, just got tired of that same cycle. And I'm like, I just want to do what I want to do and be happy at work. You know, so I started cosmetology school. I always grew up in a home where my aunts did hair, my nana did hair, and like that. So it was always around me. I couldn't get away from it, and I had a natural talent for it. So I said, let me go ahead and try it. Went to cosmetology school, started working at Bare Minerals with her, and I got into makeup. I fell in love with makeup and hair at the same time. And when I'm focused on something, that's what I'm focused on. And so with me being in that feeling and seeing how easy it was to grow, just made me want to do more. It made me want to do more. I came out of cosmetology school. I already had a job in the salon the week before I finished. And after that, after working in salons, I sat down and I asked myself, like, okay, what do you really want to do? Is this what you want to do? And my answer was yes, of course. And I'm a thinker, like I'm an entrepreneur. I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. How do I get to the top? How do I make the amount of money that's going to make me happy? Or how do I get on that level to those people that I look up to? Because you don't just look up to people just to look up to them. You want to look up to them so you can, have the type of lifestyle they live and do the type of things they do. And in my head, I'm thinking like, I don't just want to stand behind a chair. I want to own a business. I want to be somebody. I want to make good money. I want to take care of my family.
So I'm gonna tell them about the hair.
What?
When you first got your ombre hair. That story.
Right. Oh, what, the braiding hair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So working in the salon, I knew just not doing hair was not gonna make enough money. So I said, I need to sell a product. I need to sell something. I need to brand myself. I want to be a brand. How do you be a CEO if you don't have a brand? You know? And so I started selling the ombre braiding hair, which was really popular in 2015. And when I started selling the ombre braiding hair, one of my clients asked me, she was like, you should, brand yourself and make a name for yourself. I was like, okay. And I was sitting in the mirror and I was crocheting a wig or something. And I was like, Ray Ombre. I like Ombre Ray. And so I wrote the name down. I think I made like a status on Facebook or something. It was like, Ombre Ray, I'm selling braiding hair and I'm braiding and stuff. So it was just pretty cool. And people started clinging to it. I kind of seen how people responded to the name. And I started getting a lot of compliments about, how I work and the name fits me and stuff.
It wasn't the name that they responded to. It was the assertion of you believing in the name.
Right. We jumped right into it though, because we did like our first hair show with
the Ephesians
hair show with Stephanie Sims and Mika Mobley. And it was just up from there. And I want to talk about the small things we did in between time too, because it didn't just, what I'm trying to say,
happen overnight.
Right. We did something every day to get to that next level, whether it was practicing on each other. I'm doing her hair, and she doing my makeup, or we practicing on family members.
Pause. So we're gonna slow this down for the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get there overnight. So entrepreneurship is this journey, this grind.
Absolutely.
This grind that often, like the seed you're talking about, you plant the seed. What you don't see is it starts with a tap root, and then that turns into a root system. And it could be weeks before you see it actually spring up out of the soil.
It could be months. It could be years.
But you know what? I also feel like if you just keep going and try not to focus on like
the negativity,
sometimes
victim.
Yeah, because when I look back, like, and I think of like where I started and where I am now, I'm thinking like, dang, this really happened like fast, like.
And you went through a lot. It wasn't.
And
easy.
I went through, man, like it really happened so fast. Sometimes when you're really passionate about something, you don't even realize how fast things
time goes.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't overwhelm yourself. You just stated that all you did was one thing every day.
Little by little, we can do a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something every day. That's my mindset to this day. To this day, that's my mindset. I'm gonna do one thing. If I don't have any clients, I'm doing something that's pertaining to the business, whether it's updating. It could be updating your logo. It could be cleaning up your page.
Yeah.
Clean up your social media. People look at the whole map. They don't just look at your last post. They don't just look at
outside too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They look at what you respond to. What grabs your attention? Who are you? What's your personality? If you have a business and you don't have a personality, if you don't have people skills, you don't know how to talk to people. You respond to all the negative stuff.
Right. Ooh,
come on now.
Come
on now. You don't respond to every negative thing that comes your way just because you want to protect your business. Everything does not get my attention. Everything does not get my attention. I literally look at things like somebody called me already. They said this, that. Do I want to deal with that? No. Next. I got to handle this right here because this is due on this day. I don't have time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to knick-knack paddywhack with the small stuff at this point. What like I said, I want to be somebody. You can't pay attention to that. You can't put too much into that.
So I'm gonna have to break all this apart because you said several things right there.
Okay.
And I want listeners to catch it, each one. So doing one thing every day. Learning how to communicate and how to talk and treat people.
Absolutely.
Key. No, customer service.
Key.
Professionalism. Professionalism.
I want to start on customer service. That's my topic.
She is. Oh, okay.
That's my topic.
Customer service. I'm gonna get back to you in just a second. Okay. Customer service. Okay. Cleaning up your social media. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I see so many young people who have ridiculous posts and language and it's like this is 2018 where potential employers, potential business partners, people who may be seeking to like invest in you or to link with you, they look at your Facebook post and they're like, oh my goodness, and keep it pushing and refuse to do not because you're not good enough, not because you're not talented, but because of your presentation. Oh my god!
But I have an example on that too. I have girls who I call beauty ambassadors, and these are girls who help me market and put out positive things about the brand and positive things about our hair and products and stuff like that. But also role models who I would see role models being to say my little sisters or my little cousins or something. So I'm gonna pick some girls who have good, who have good
mannerisms that carry themselves in a certain way,
right? And so I said that basically to say, what was I saying? I said
about.
Go ahead.
About the professionalism and how you.
Right. So if I pick you as a beauty ambassador, I'm gonna look at your page first. If you're on there bashing other hairstylists, you're on there bashing other people who may sell hair or something like that. I don't want you to support my brand because as soon as you get mad at me, what you gonna do to me?
Bash.
Hello.
I don't. At this point, you don't have any value to me because you like to bash people in businesses. I don't do business with people like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's I can piggyback off that. The moment I decided that I was gonna start taking myself seriously, I stopped posting certain things. I stopped sharing certain things.
Right.
It's just things like that because I was like, okay, there's going to be some very important people coming to my page. Right. I don't want them seeing that. I want a certain type of clientele. I want a certain type of,
Absolutely.
look. And I don't want people coming to my page being like, oh, this is what I don't know.
It's just maturity.
It's just maturity. I mean, and it's not to say that I don't have a personality or anything, or, you know, any type of humor, but it's just, you want a certain look and a certain image when it comes to that, when it comes to social media.
Right.
And even in person, like,
Ooh.
even in person, you got to watch how you act around certain people.
So first impressions are absolutely everything. And it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to come back from a terrible first impression.
Mhm.
And I like how, which is one of the main reasons I love my cousin and how she does business, is that she's all about teamwork.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
All
Yes.
about teamwork. And that's how a business, a healthy business, there are a lot of people with businesses, but I wouldn't say that they're healthy. But a
Right.
healthy business is about
Yeah.
Teamwork.
and elevating. It's not just the one person, but
Mhm.
it's also elevating other people as well.
Yeah.
Part of that is having people who have the ability to be elevated. There's some people who don't.
They just don't have.
They don't
Yeah.
want
Right,
to change.
right.
And this is just something to consider, because I hear a lot of people talk about business. I see a lot of people talk about business, and these are just some of the common mistakes that a lot of people make, because a lot of us don't get this sort of training in school. For some people, they don't have this sort of training at
Right.
home. Like
Right.
we can
Yeah.
like
Oh,
me and
you said it right there.
At home. It starts at home.
Right.
It starts at
Two
home.
things you said: family and teamwork.
Yeah.
teamwork.
Family and teamwork. You don't have to be blood related to be family.
Ooh-wee.
And so I highlight teamwork because that's what it takes. My sister made a quote, and she just came with this off the top of her head. She said, "There's the I in rich, but we in wealthy. So if you want more, you have to work." Yeah,
Wow.
Jayla Harper.
I
Y'all
love that.
follow her
I
on
love her.
social media. She is like
I just
everything.
follow particularly.
Follow Particularly Management. Oh, we want to talk about Particularly Management too, because it's a
Oh man, we're at the break. We're talking about building a brand here with Aubrey Ray and Aisha Williams. Oh man, y'all just don't understand. You are your brand. And what it takes to be an entrepreneur is not easy, as he said, but it's so possible. And I just want to encourage you to be your own brand. Continue to tune in for the second half of the segment.
3, 2, 1.
Chattanooga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4. 92.7 FM's news now.
Cops say a juvenile shot nearly killed an 18-year-old on Portland Street. That teenager taken to the hospital in critical condition. The underage suspect was arrested, taken to juvenile hall. This made last week one of the most violent in recent history, with 6 people arrested for violent crimes and at least 5 people hospitalized. A Bradley County corrections officer is on the other side of the bars after he was arrested, accused of aggravated domestic assault and sexual assault. The specifics of the case have not been released by the sheriff's office, Cody Carrington being held without bond. An adult man who went missing was found dead in Whitfield County. Stephen Black was the subject of a multi-day search after he went missing. Mr. Black was last seen alive by his wife when he left to make a delivery for a flooring company. His body was found in his truck off of Carbondale Road in Whitfield County. The DPD says his death is still under investigation. Belle St. John for Nooga Radio, News Talk 92.7, Action News now.
Sean Hannity, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. on Nooga Radio 92.7 FM.
Nooga Radio 92.7.
Cash, and more cash. Get 8.1% return on your money. Rick Davis can turn your cash into real money. Gold and silver bullion. American Eagle Gold. The banks give you a measly 1.9%. At Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, you'll get 8.1% return on your money. 8.1% return on your money. Wow! Whether you're buying an ounce or 100 ounces, Rick guarantees it in writing. 8.1% Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds. Brainerd Road, Chattanooga.
It's that time of year again. For the 7th year, Wings Over North Georgia Air Show will be Saturday, October the 13th and Sunday, October the 14th. You'll see some of our government's finest assets flying in the world today. The rarely seen Air Combat F-22 Raptor demo team and the A-10 Warthog will both headline the show, along with Tora. which is the reenactment of Pearl Harbor to include pyrotechnics. Patty Wagstaff and Michael Goulian, both world aerobatic champions, will be showing off their amazing skills, along with numerous other aviation rock stars. On the ground, you'll be able to experience military static displays and even have an opportunity to ride in a Huey or Cobra helicopter. Wings Over North Georgia is an action-packed way to spend a weekend with your family. You can even camp on the grounds. The Richard B. Russell Regional Airport is the place for all the action on October the 13th and the 14th. For tickets and camping reservations, visit wingsovernorthgeorgia.com.
Life is complicated. The Salto Agency is simple. And that's something very good to know in a world where insurance decisions are all too complicated. Taylor Salto and his team at Farmers Insurance will work with you to identify the insurance coverage that best suits your needs and provide a custom tailored solution to your home, life, auto, or business insurance. At the Salto Agency, you can get all your insurance in one simple location. Let the Salto Agency provide peace of mind so that you know that you and your family will be cared for properly. Stop by their new office today at 6229 Vance Road, Suite 115. You can reach the Salto Agency online at saltoinsurance.com. That's SOLTAU insurance.com. Let Taylor Salto at Farmers Insurance make your life a little simpler today. Farmers Insurance, the Salto Agency, custom tailored insurance.
Your home is a constant work in progress. Repaint the walls? Yeah, easy enough. Leaky faucet? There's a video for that. But roof repair? You might want some help. That's where Chattanooga Roofing Contractors come in. They have 3 generations of roofing excellence you can count on. Leave the ladder in the garage. Go to chatroofing.com. That's chatroofing.com for Chattanooga Roofing Contractors, a roofing company you can trust. Man, you sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I worked with my dad on his truck all the time. Just one more bolt to go.
Yeah, wrong bolt. Today's truck ain't your daddy's truck. For repairs on today's vehicles, you need Amco Transmission and Total Car Care of Chattanooga on Lee Highway. Stay on the road, not in the garage. Amco Transmission on Lee Highway. Get it done the right way. The Thompson Pet Way. Yeah, I just put that anywhere.
Join We've Got You Covered with Scott Schrader every Saturday from 10 to 11 on Nooga Radio. From finance to fixtures, we discuss everything you need to know about buying or owning a home, the pitfalls, the perks, and everything in between. Saturday mornings, 10 to 11, right here on Nooga Radio.
Nooga Radio, Chattanooga weather.
Except partly cloudy and very warm weather out there for your afternoon. Highs back into the upper 80s. A spotty shower or two may try to push in from the south and east tonight. Lows back into the upper 60s. Not as hot tomorrow. Still mainly dry, highs lower 80s. Scattered showers and thunder showers late Wednesday. Tired of the pressures of car shopping? Come see what more people are making the short drive to Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lafayette or online at jacksongm.com. That's Jackson Chevy Buick GMC in Lafayette. And I'm Sortine 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Ford.
Nooga Radio 92.7.
It's your girl Marie Mott from Marie Mott Show, and I have Ray Harper and Aisha Williams here talking about being a brand, building a business. What does it take? Because a lot of times we hear the inspiration, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we have to know the work. We have to know the work that is required to build a brand. And for some of us, we do need that information of maybe some things we need to tweak or some things like our social media accounts that we need to clean up to have better business relationships. Right. Oh man, I am so excited because y'all just don't understand.
Calm down.
A couple of years ago, my cuz was like in East Ridge. He was working at a salon on Brainerd Road.
Right.
And in just a few short years has gone to having her own business. But she just told you on the first part of the segment, it's a daily affair. Every day you need to do at least one thing, whether it's reading a quote, cleaning up your social media account, practicing on your craft. Man, I've looked at Aisha Man, I was jealous because my girl went halfway across the country,
all
the way to California, investing in yourself. So when you do start having dollars in, not spending it all, but taking some of that money and putting it back into the brand. Aisha, you went to California, correct?
Yes, I went to California to do a microblading class. It was a 2-day class. So much fun. And I could have went to Atlanta to do it and just drove to Atlanta and did it. But I was like, okay, the opportunity in LA, you know, I feel like it was going to be so much more. I feel like it was just going to be better for me. And I met some people there too that I still talk to. So, I mean, and not only that, but I got some good education and, you know,
a unique service that I really have not even seen offered a lot here in the city of Chattanooga. You're a trailblazer.
Thank you.
And she's so neat and just
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So any little thing, like I'll go to sleep at night and I'll sit up and watch like videos on how to perfect it and how to do this and that, just little small things. But yeah, microblading great for people who don't have any eyebrows and, you know,
or just want to make them fuller.
Yeah, just want to make them fuller.
Awesome. So that self-investment. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And let me tell you, I was plotting on that class for so long.
My God.
It took you guys, like, I went through so much to like be able to even pay for that class. It took for me to just be like, okay, Aisha, stop spending this and that. Save your money.
Budget.
And just do it. And let me tell you how long I've been wanting to take that class.
About 2 years.
About 2 years. And I finally did it. And it was the best feeling ever just to be able to pay for it.
That was like
by
the
myself.
biggest thing at one point.
Yeah. It was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So to get something you wanted,
it was so stressful.
You had to sacrifice some other things that you wanted.
Right.
So you had to curb your spending.
Yes.
Track your spending.
Yes.
Start saving in order to be able to do
Sit
this.
out on some events.
Yes.
Yep. She even took a loss, like money was stolen.
Yes,
Like,
I had my money stolen in the process. I had $600 stolen from me.
Yeah.
In the process. And I still was able to manage to, because being in this industry, it's not hard. It's not easy to just come up with money like that because, you know, you base your money off of your clientele. And sometimes, you know, in order to do things, you got to make sure you manage your money and budget it. So
that's part of being a business owner, right? And being accountable for your brand. Man, Aisha, see, these are the things that people just don't know. They see the pictures on Facebook, but they don't know the
everything.
They don't know the story behind it.
Right.
And Ray, one of the things that I love about you as well is that you recommend books.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk about that. Talk about
Okay, so when you go to school, what do they give you for your class?
Books.
Okay.
Books.
And when you go to church, what do they give you to guide you?
The word of God.
So spiritually, educationally, do that for yourself and your career too. You need books to guide you. Just because I graduated school doesn't mean I need to stop reading books.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Right.
You have to keep
doing dropping bombs today.
Some things you have to do on your own. Nobody going when you become an adult and you becoming an entrepreneur, nobody gonna give you the guide. Entrepreneurship is mental. It's mental, and you have to go through a lot. So you need guidance, and you have to be self-taught. Self-taught is how you get the fortune.
Yeah.
Oh, so so Mike Steele, who calls into the show, often called in, and because I made a statement, like they don't teach you this in school. And of course they don't teach you this in school, because if you know the history of our parochial school system here in the United States of America, it was never to create thinkers. It was never for the purposes of creating people who are entrepreneurs. School was for the purposes of creating people to work.
Absolutely.
And, this is something that me and my mom have talked about quite a bit, that there is even a difference from people who go to school and learn how to run somebody's corporation as opposed to somebody that has an entrepreneur mindset. They're even in
totally different people.
Two totally different beings. And for me, I feel like entrepreneurship is really is really kind of a spiritual thing as well as a mental thing, because there has to be like this spiritual desire that keeps you going, keeps you pushing. Like it's not, I can't explain it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I knew myself. Like I was like working like jobs like, you know, where you sit at a desk and, you know,
just be told every little thing
to do.
Yeah,
like, and
personally,
and you thinking about when am I going to get off? I knew that wasn't for me. And like the day I decided to just freelance and go and go hard,
you went
full,
through you.
Oh man,
you got to go through that process.
You got to feel.
You got to go through. You got to go through not being able to pay certain bills and struggling and putting your pride aside to act, you know, for the small things.
Yes.
And it has to be a struggle. So some people can't do it. They I'm gonna find a job because I just got to know how much I'm gonna make. I don't know how much I'm gonna make. To this day, I don't know how much I'm gonna make. This is what entrepreneurship is about.
Oh, y'all
knock on wood. I don't want to lose, you know, what I got going, but I could.
Yeah,
it could vanish just as well as they can shut your job down. Mine could be, but it won't, because mentally I won't let it stop.
Yeah,
they have taken. They've done this study before, and me and my mom we have conversations like this often. And they took an entrepreneur. Basically, he wasn't broke, but they put him in a new city and only gave him a certain. It gave him.
He's gonna succeed.
He started.
He's gonna succeed
from scratch in somewhere totally different. And I think they went back in maybe 3 to 5 years. He had built the company from scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not the conditions or
once
anything.
You have the knowledge, you got it.
Oh,
it's your mindset.
Good morning. Talk to us. Turn the volume down in the background.
All right. How's that? Is that better?
That's better. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, just wanted to say, this is Scott. I host the show on Saturdays, and this whole thing you're talking about entrepreneurship, man, it is dead on. I mean, we figured out a long time ago that, you can either spend your time and talents in your life chasing your own goals and dreams, or you will be used as a tool to help somebody else achieve theirs. And once we finally got into that mindset, it really changed things around a lot. But a lot of people think about entrepreneurship as, man, you're going to go out and you're going to start some kind of app for your, some kind of startup tech thing, app on your phone, whatever it is. And a lot of people are ignoring the amount of money and the amount of need that there is for contractors. And I know a lot of times we as employers want to hire people, but we don't want to apprentice people. And, that's a big thing is, once you do find a niche and you find something you're good at, spend some time and apprentice some other people. I know I would have been a lot further down the road if I'd had somebody that, took the time to teach, certain skills and things like that. But definitely for people to, don't overlook the trades as a way to go in and find some fulfilling work that brings in a very good paycheck at the end of the week.
Yes, thank you. That's
absolutely.
Mr. Scott Schrader.
Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Tune into him on Saturdays. What We've Got You Covered. Man,
I want to
go ahead. I
want to piggyback off what he said. He said you got to have somebody. You can do it by yourself without doing it by yourself, and that's really deep if you think about it. Because I can easily say, I did this by myself, but I really didn't. It took a lot of people, like you said. It took teamwork.
Yeah.
And what I base my morals off of, the big picture, is the word big. And I got this from a guy off TED Talk. I don't remember his name, but he said success is about 3 things: the books you read, the individuals, the people who you surround yourself with, and the goals you set for yourself.
Yeah.
And back to what we were talking about as far as books. I read my school books. I actually read my school books. And I also picked out books that I found interesting. I read self-help books. I read books about relationships with people, how to build relationships, how to keep relationships. And the people I surrounded myself with. At one point in time, and everybody may know this, I'm from the hood. I know that the hood side of things, and I know I had the best of both worlds. Like I was in the suburbs one weekend, next weekend I'm in the hood. So I know how that goes when you around people that have guns, that are in gangs, that, you know, young, having sex, and being around those negative things, which when I was around that, I had nothing. I had nothing mentally. I had nothing physically.
Yeah.
But when I started weeding those people out and being around people who had goals and dreams, people who had morals and values,
similar.
I started acting in that same, you know, character. And so that helped me out a lot with my career too, because like the saying goes, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Do you want to be like this person? You want to be like that person?
Yeah, I will agree with you, because I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still struggling with reading books because I've never been, you know, a reader. I'm very visual, and I look at people and I see and I get inspiration off that. So just me, like, you know, getting those negative people that, you know, weren't similar. Yeah. The people that didn't have anything similar to what I wanted to do in life, or, you know, just that mindset, you know, just weeding them out, and putting people that in my circle that, you know, we had similar goals and things like that. It just, I don't know. I'm not.
I feel like that's what we have in common, because like the American dreams, come out of high school, go to college, get the family, get this and that.
Yeah.
I knew we had something in common when it was like, okay, now I'm done with school. I don't want to go and work for somebody else.
Yeah.
I want to go and follow my dreams. And that's what she was all about, following her dreams. And I was like, that's me. I'm smart enough to make the grades and go get the, you know, diploma and stuff. But I'm like, I want to follow my dreams. I want to be like Oprah. I want to be like Beyonce. They get to travel the world and have fun and do what they want to do.
Yeah. Sometimes you will have to let go of those people that, you know, don't have that same vision as you. And it's going to be hard, but
people think that's unrealistic.
Accept it.
They think it's like you have to be chosen, or I don't know, run into somebody, a celebrity or something. It's not that. It's these people are people like us that work hard every day.
Say that. So, Ray, Aisha, y'all are dropping so many bombs today.
Yes, absolutely. And then the goals they set for themselves, like people who do things at a young age, is because their goals are way above their head.
Absolutely.
When I was 24 years old and I said I want a hair salon, that was way above my head. I was behind on my rent at home. Like I was catching rides, catching cabs to my job at Sunny's.
But that does not define. So you were behind on your rent. So
exactly. But my goal, my dream was I want a hair salon. Why would that be my dream if I can't even have the small priorities together? Like I fight with myself all the time. I'm like, Ray, where do you get this stuff from? Like, I think I'm crazy for my goals that I set for myself, but I'm not. It's attainable. It's really attainable.
And for most people, it's not that they don't have dreams. I find that most people's dreams just aren't big enough.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If your dreams don't scare you, if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough.
They're not big enough. You see, I know I'm usually on the right track when I say something that I want to do, and somebody says, "But you didn't go to school for that."
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
You don't have to go.
You know, you're not a. How could you say you want to be Chattanooga's next mayor? You're not a lawyer.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But if you get a reaction like that, you're 9 times out of 10 on the right track.
Absolutely.
And if nothing else, what you've done is you've learned, you've taken a valuable journey. And so I look at it like either you're going to stand on a cliff and look at all the things that are like right below you if you just jump. There are so many people die standing on the edge of the cliffs. All they have to do is just jump.
I just visualize that.
And you know, I talked about this when we did the Dreams Do Come
True brunch.
Imagine the worst that could possibly happen.
And go for it.
And do it. Yeah. Yep. You can't live in fear. You cannot live in fear. You will not live if you are living in fear. Do it.
You already dead. You already dead. If you fear success, you're already dead. Like, you're already a failure at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, do not fear. A lot of people are afraid of success. I know talented people in my family who are talented. I just sit back and look like they could have a business. You know, they could make $100,000 a year doing that.
That one thing.
What they're doing at home. And I'm like, it's because of fear. They're scared of the backlash what people are going to say. They're scared of failure, the small things. Like
they're scared to change.
I'm ready to fail. I want to try something so I can fail and see what we can do next to make it easier the next time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. That at your job that you clock in at, your boss fails all the time. He does it for a living.
Your boss fails for a living.
Yeah.
Gets a check to fail and probably wouldn't tell you when they did a terrible job.
No,
they only reprimand you when you
like
do
we
it.
do. Like we do on social media. We're going to highlight the success. We're not going to talk about the failures.
Oh,
you know what,
Ray?
I mean,
you know what?
I had something to say.
Social media is so funny now because that's exactly, and that's why I had to have you beautiful young ladies on the show today, because I wanted you to talk about the things that people just don't understand. Now, for you guys have never hid that. Like you've never hid that.
I put it out on the table every chance I get.
Oh yeah, like, I'm gonna let you know.
Perfect.
Where I came from.
You could go on Ray, like when she graduated, just got her last degree. She showed a picture of where she started from in her little scrubs.
Right.
Like I remember. See, y'all just don't understand.
Right.
I remember having conversations years ago with Ray. Just hopefully, I encouraged her. But just talking to her and having her talk to me about all the things that she wanted, and it's such a beautiful thing. And I'm a crybaby.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it.
That was a humble moment, Marie, because as kids, we only seen each other maybe on holidays or something every once in a while. And at that time, we caught up, and it was like an instant connection because to me, you were like so intelligent and well spoken, and I was like, this is somebody I can look up to, that I can follow.
Yeah.
And look for guidance. And when I'm doing something, who do I text? Who I call? If I'm
me.
Okay. So like when we had that conversation and I was renting that booth at that space, I was like, yeah, she's going to help me get to that next level. And that's just what you've done.
Don't do it, Ray.
Yeah,
you're going to make me cry.
You did it.
But it's all, I see things in people all the time and I want to help people, but you can't drag them.
Yeah,
you can't drag them. You see,
you can pull a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink.
You can't make them drink. And I want, if you are listening to us right now, Nougat Radio 92.7, if you don't remember anything else, I want you to remember this. There are people who are hovering around you like sharks, waiting to invest in you. Waiting to help you.
Absolutely.
Waiting to elevate you. But if you don't believe it, why should they believe it?
Exactly. Yep. When I
have to have this
decided to start my business, when I decided I wanted a hair salon, I just 2 years ago, just 2 years ago, I understood what a mentor was. I didn't have a mentor. You around here, if you have a business and you don't have a mentor,
someone to guide
you, or someone you want to be like, you aren't setting yourself up for that success.
Yeah.
What is success to you if you don't have a mentor, someone who's already successful to show you? Wait.
Good morning. Talk to us.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed with people trying to start up their own business or trying to start up something like that is they know how to start it up, but the follow-through process, they get to a certain point and they're like, well, what do I do next? Or how do I get the funding to get my license and things like that? So I think that maybe that's something we should start to look into as well as helping the community out is saying, well, let's figure out how to take that next step and how can we help them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I will tell you this, that has to be a personal desire. And man, we only got 10 seconds. Find a mentor, find someone to watch over you, and then build relationships with people and be consistent. It's Marie Mott with the Marie Mott Show. Man, oh man, y'all know what it is. We'll be back. Oh man, Ray and Ace are gonna have to come back, but if no one has taken the time today to tell you that they love you, I love you. And guess what? It's absolutely nothing that you can do about that. Y'all have a beautiful day here in the city of Chattanooga.
3, 2, 1.
Chatham, Nuga Radio, Digital FM 95.3 HD4, 92.7 FM's news now.
Cops say a juvenile shot nearly killed an 18-year-old on Portland Street. That teenager taken to the hospital in critical condition. The underage suspect was arrested, taken to juvenile hall. This made last week one of the most violent in recent history, with 6